What's up, y'all? It's Nifty Q. That's Gifted. We're here with another rehash. It is Friday, October 6th. We're flying through this month already. Happy Halloween to the folks that celebrate the entire month like me. Listen, we made it to the weekend. Another week in the industry. We survived, Gifted.
Hey, we are still here, and congrats to you for making it through another week. Friday vibes are immaculate here on the Daily Rehash, where we are bringing you the top 10 stories from the last 24 hours in Web3 in just 10 minutes. So, like we do, we're hopping straight into it here. Q, what is on deck first?
All right, the industry was rocked this morning by the announcement that the Yuga Lab teams was making some cutbacks and some layoffs here. We did have a full thread over there on the Yuga Labs website that basically is saying, hey, after thoughtful consideration amongst the executives on the team, we need to make a restructuring, meaning layoffs. Now, they didn't go into the details of how many exactly, but there were a lot of details covered in both this post as well as Garga and Daniel Allegre coming through with both of their posts. You can see here. Garga had some interesting tweets, man. He's saying, thinking a lot about how to make sure the club side is not just strong, but loud, and having its moments and giving gaming and everything else its proper swim lanes. It's a huge story. They are leaning more heavily into the gaming side, but I also think Heavy Metal Forge and Legends of the Mara and the sentiment around that has led them to say, hey, I don't think we can develop these games internally anymore. We're going to have to outsource a lot of this if we want to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out and how much of it is due to Legends of the Mara and Heavy Metal Forge maybe not doing as well as they'd hoped, but all of this is in the description and on our X profile if you'd like to dig in deeper on that one. But yeah, we'll keep it going on to the next story for now, and that is from Doodles. A big update here, pretty simple, but really cool. They're launching an event for their holders and a +1 at the Ross Kramer Gallery on October 12th in New York City.
The Doodles continuing to do things. I love seeing them and their activations. They've done some really great things with the camp store and other things like the Crocs piece in collaboration there. So yeah, Doodles continue building. Love to see it from that team. All right, I've got the next one here. And have you ever lost 573 ETH in about a year and a half? If you gave me that amount of money, I could try. Like, I'm based on my track record, I might be close. But Ryan Carson lost that amount of money here, selling off 27 Moonbirds from his fund. He dumped all 27 at one time. And again, he had bought these last year at 607 ETH in total. He took home a whopping 33.75 ETH, and that's from Sears. Yeah, crazy, man. Good riddance.
Yeah, this is rough. Good riddance. I kind of agree with that. It'll be interesting to see, where Moonbirds go from here, how much this really affects the floor and their community, but whatever. It is what it is. He's gone for now. He just went all at once, so that's why it's a notable story. But speaking of interesting stories, we've got Chimpers following in the path of Pudgy Penguins, which, not surprising here. Really, that's the point of being a leader. When you're seeing success, you're leading, you're going to see a lot of other businesses and creators wanting to follow in your footsteps and try and replicate that. And it looks like Chimpers are now launching collectible figurines. They're open for pre-orders, and these do come with that phygital element, each collectible, each physical piece tied back to the Chimpverse and digital experiences and collectibles. So yeah, looks interesting.
I'd buy one of those Chimpers. Got the anime feel there with that one. All right, quick story here. Opepen did its third highest sell ever this morning. This is from NFT Stats. He was keeping up on this. So Jack Butcher continuing his rise here. This was from the 6th set, Alien 2017. It went for 30 ETH. So congratulations to the Opepen community there with their third largest sale ever. The floor across the entire collection hasn't moved much over the last day.
Yeah, not too much, but still holding pretty strong, just under 0.4 ETH. And not sure exactly how far into their roadmap, how many more of the 200 artists they've got, but we're still following this. They're still rolling out really cool stuff. So great to see that. And, again, congrats to those who are kind of going along for that ride and getting a lot out of the Opepen editions. Love to see what Jack Butcher's doing. On to the next story, though. We have a cool partnership, a drop coming from an amazing artist who we love from the community, Adamtastic, partnering with Rarible for an artist feature on this new project called Empaths. You can see some of the art here. I'm actually fucking with this. These are, in my opinion, actually really creative, interesting PFPs. Looks like maybe a Skulls of Lucci reference or allusion in there. It'll be interesting to see what kind of traits he's got in there. But Adamtastic is a fantastic artist from the community, and this is just 200 pieces that feel very much in his style, but also very colorful and cool.
Yeah, aesthetically pleasing for sure. From Rarible's side, I mean, this is a very interesting time where they sit right now. OpenSea sentiment is at an all-time low. Blur is clearly not leaning into the art scene at all. So for them to have an artist spotlight, I mean, that's big. I've got the next piece here. Deeze is an OG in the community, and I just wanted to share this. I mean, this isn't like breaking news or anything. It was more of an introspective thread. You can see he started it off by saying how I effed up generational bull market multiple ways, fumbling 10 million, walking away at 25% of that after taxes. And so it's not really the best, like the craziest news story, but I thought, if you're a newbie or you're kind of a vet and have been in the game, you should, heed his advice here. We've had experiences here. If you've been in the space long enough, you understand opportunity costs, you understand round tripping, all of these things. So a little bit of advice for the noobs and more therapy for us grizzled veterans.
Yeah, I think the hope for everyone that's been here through the ups and the downs is that whenever things do turn around in the next bull market, that we've learned a few things. Hopefully we don't replicate a lot of these same mistakes, but it's great to try and, share those learnings, get what we can out of them, and hopefully not make the same mistakes next time. But yeah, he's not alone. And thanks for sharing that to Deeze. All right, we got another story here about Friiend Tech. Everybody now starting to speculate, can the Friiend Tech token in the airdrop actually be bigger than Uniswap? That's the question here. People are starting to do the analysis, and based upon the current market volume, the transaction volume happening on Friiend Tech, some people are speculating it could actually be a bigger market cap than Uni.
Yeah, so what we're looking at here, I know it's tough to actually see, but those are fees essentially by protocol. Tron doing the most, Ethereum doing 18 million in the last 7 days, but Friiend Tech coming in fourth at 7.7 million. Of course, of those fees, they're getting a large percentage, I think 50% of that, and the other is going to the creators, but they're actually beating Uniswap on fee generation right now after being live for maybe a month. So yeah, to think that they could be over 24th in market cap would be wild, though.
Pretty wild, for sure.
All right, I've got the next piece, the last one for me until next week for you guys. God, how did I get stuck with the OpenSea piece here? All right, NFT Ethics came out with an expose here, as they do. The NFT Ethics is a great, and controversial profile that often kind of does some internet sleuthing to unveil different things from an on-chain perspective, different wrongdoings. Well, they came out this morning and basically said, hey, look, OpenSea and someone on their team was actually doing some dubious business dealings, as well as some allegations of fraud. So already on the Nate Chastain front, the getting rid of creator royalties, doing a 10% royalty on their new creator studio. Now one of their head of ventures, who again, NFT Ethics is coming out and revealing is 0x Sisyphus. I mean, this is just crazy. So I'm going to drop that link in the description here so you guys can check it out. It is very long, but yeah, check it out yourself.
Yeah, big yikes, and we'll be following as that story develops. And now here's the last one, hopefully a funner one. Joe Rogan, the biggest broadcaster in the history of all of humanity, seems to be getting more interested in Bitcoin, a little bit more bullish here.
To me, the real fascinating crypto is Bitcoin. To me, that's the one that I think has the most likely possibility of becoming a universal viable currency.
There you go. If you want to watch that full video, again, it's in the description and on our X. But just exciting to see Joe Rogan starting to come around to where we've all been for the last couple of years.
And with that, if you were watching on YouTube, we're probably banned from showing 5 seconds of Joe Rogan. So yeah, dude, Joe actually, when he had Andreas and since then, hasn't really been the biggest Bitcoin supporter. Like, he's kind of questioned the validity and called it a scam. So he's actually coming around. He's got the bug.
Yeah, he hasn't been particularly friendly to NFTs or crypto as far as I know. So it is good to start to see some of that. And y'all, thanks for kicking it with us on this last rehash of the week. Check it out in the description. Again, all the links. We appreciate the shares. We appreciate the likes and especially the subscribes. Our vibe, our tribe.
Our vibe, our tribe. Hey, shout out to my Bored Ape brothers and sisters as well. We're going to get past this. This too shall pass. OVOT. See you next week.